Hello and welcome everyone. This is the 5th episode of Mouse Adventure Devlog after 2 weeks of break. Past 2 weeks, I did not work on the project as I didn't post any progress about it. It was mainly lack of motivation and I didn't feel well. But I recovered from that and I'm now getting back to the project from where I left off. This week I tried to pick up the project from where I left off and did some refactoring, testing and various other tasks. Main thing I focused on was finishing up the main cycle of the core game mechanic, playing through the maze. Once player finishes the maze, there must be a final panel that shows the stats of the player. So this was what I was trying to focus on. For those who are new, Mouse Adventure is a maze crawler puzzle game based on procedurally generated mazes. It takes place in a cartoony world with a light-hearted storyline. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon to be notified when a new devlog is out. I really appreciate your support. In previous devlog we discussed twin-based animations and the simple UI event system I wrote for displaying various messages. This week I worked on a variety of things such as refactoring the player controller, editing some tests, updating some prefabs and creating a UI prototype for end screen of a level. It's been kind of difficult for me to get back to the project, but I was able to motivate and push myself to do it. You may naturally ask what happened or what was the cause of it for me to lose my motivation on the game project, but I don't really know myself and yeah, it just happens sometimes. Honestly, this happens to me sometimes and this is one of the reasons why I am a project hopper. I get an idea, start prototyping it and then get bored or lose my motivation on the game project, give it a break, then start with a new idea. So at the end, I never finish a game project. But I want to change it with this game and this is one of the reasons I'm doing this devlogs. This time at least I feel a bit more responsible and just want to finish the game at least with minimum features and release it. What helps me gather my motivation is most of the time speaking to my friends about it, taking some rest, doing some planning about my life and projects, and slowly it gets back to the rail. You might be going through similar states of mind sometimes and losing your focus on the game projects. If you would like to talk about it, please write in the comments and we can talk about it. I'm always happy to help. I get to challenge with this sometimes, but I'm able to get myself together fairly easily right now and I would like to help and I would like to let you know about the strategies I'm using to motivate myself and become a self-driving person to get the job done. So about the job I get done. One of the issues I noticed that player control was quite coupled with the UI of the game, the map button and other stuff that's going on there, joystick and swipe controls. Since I decided to work on the UI a bit this week, I needed to clean this up and isolate the player controls only to deal with its own job and hold no references to UI. For this, I moved references of the UI elements to Game Manager since all the core game mechanic related stuff was going on there. After I started working on the exit gate. Exit gate is a large area that holds a gate that is locked and a larger area that leads to the portal. When player collects all the keys in the maze, the exit gate opens and player is free to move in the portal and get to the next level. I had some legacy code for this that works fairly well from the old version of the game, and after I updated it, I also dealt with refactoring some of the test code for this and started working on some wall prefabs and their materials. My friend Eugene, who deals with the 3D art of the game, was busy recently and he didn't have time to spend on the game, so I decided to deal with some of the small 3D tasks such as updating some of the gate and wall models. I opened up Blender, did some work, but I wasn't really satisfied with the job I did. It was mainly changing some of the walls, using the existing models, but it just didn't feel good enough, so I undid my changes and left the job for the professional. After these changes, I started work on some of the UI elements for end screen. In previous version of the game, I was displaying number of collected items, time and star rating by this time. But this time I decided to remove the time and stars since there is no use for them. This might be added later definitely if we think of a way to use the stars in the game and the time, so then it would be useful, but for the sake of simplicity this time they are removed. I also used some of the animation scripts I made and showcased last devlog, and now I have simple bouncy UI screen with collected item numbers and the buttons to go back to menu, restart the level and proceed to the next level. Here is finally how it looks. This week was a mix of everything, lots of various tasks, and it was a good comeback to the project in my opinion. If you also lose your focus and motivation on the side project you are working on, definitely talk about that to your friends, maybe read some books about it and watch some videos about it to understand what might be the root cause of the problem you are having. Acknowledging the problem is most of the time the first step to solve it. There might be many reasons and it is different experience for every individual, but understanding it is really the key to solve it. If you have had such issues, don't forget to write in the comments about it and let me know. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel not to miss the next episode. Take care.